I'm on a journey to platinum all of the Five Nights at Freddy games in order, starting with a classic. Five Nights at Freddy's, released on August 8th, 2014 by Scott Cawthon. There are currently 12 games in the entire franchise with more to come. Will Five Nights at Freddy's 1 be an enjoyable grind, or will it be difficult and miserable? Well, before we find out, make sure to like and subscribe. And with that, let's get into it. Starting things off with night 1, it was honestly pretty easy. Not much happened until 3 a.m. when Bonnie came to my door a couple of times, but other than that, it was really easy, and at the end of the night, our first trophy popped up. Come on, 5 a.m. any minute now. There we go! One Nights at Freddy's! You love to see it. With night 1 done, we moved on to night 2, which was a tad harder, but it was still pretty easy. Bonnie, though, decided to get very photogenic at one point, and when I first saw it, it kind of scared me. It scared me because it was the first time I ever saw Bonnie have this POV, and I've never seen him up close like this, so it did kind of scare me. But yeah, I think it was pretty funny. Get out of the camera like that! You're not very photogenic! Get out of here! Bonnie also really enjoyed trying to come to my left door, while Chica stayed in the right hallway pretty much the entire night, and only decided to grace me with her presence around 5 a.m. Then I beat the night, and I got the trophy, 2 Nights at Freddy's. Bonnie's gone. Yes! 2 Nights at Freddy's! Let's go! With night 2 out of the way, the difficulty gets amped up in night 3. And when I say the difficulty gets amped up, I mean absolutely nothing happened. Yeah, night 3 was actually easier than night 2. With Bonnie only showing up this night, and he didn't even come to my office until 5 a.m. Chica was either in my right hall, or she was in the bathroom the entire night. The only difficult thing I was doing was keeping an eye on Freddy, so he could not get to my door. Foxy did not even peek out of his cove, not one time, and I'm pretty sure this is the night he's the most active. But at least I beat the night, and I got the trophy, 3 Nights at Freddy's. You stupid chicken. Let's go! 3 Nights at Freddy's! Dong, ding. Night 4 is where things actually started to pick up, and that's because this is when I had to fully focus on Foxy this night, because there's a missable trophy called No Running, where you have to prevent Foxy from leaving his cove the entire night and coming after you. Now, you could say that would be easy. Even though I have to keep an eye on Foxy, I also have to keep an eye on Freddy, because if you don't keep an eye on him, he moves to different cameras until he gets to your door, and once he does, you either keep an eye on that door camera, or you keep your right door shut and waste power. So this got really difficult, and not even 30 seconds into the night, Chica shows up at my door, but she quickly left, and things were pretty quiet up until 3 a.m. when Foxy decided to get ready to take off, and Bonnie showed up at my door. But I got really nervous because if Foxy decides to leave, I would have to restart this entire night, which I guess isn't a big deal, but what really worried me is if Foxy left his cove and I wouldn't have time to quit the night and I ended up surviving the night, I would pretty much have to restart my entire playthrough and play the first 3 nights all over again. Luckily, this did not happen. I managed to keep Foxy at bay, but it got to the point where I had to keep my right door shut the entire night, since Freddy did manage to make his way to my door. And this is when I beat the night and unlocked both of the trophies. Please, 4% power. Yes, let's go! No running! No running! Let's go, dude! Night 5 is by far the most difficult night out of the original 5. Considering to unlock the trophy, No Laughing, you have to keep Freddy from getting the cameras 4A and 4B, and I definitely had trouble with this night. My first attempt at night 5, the animatronics were being pretty active, and got so bad to the point where I was not keeping an eye on Freddy enough, and he got to one of the cameras he wasn't supposed to. So I had to end up restarting the night and try again. I messed up. In the second attempt, I finally had an encounter with Foxy, and it only took until night 5. He actually ended up leaving his cove twice. Bonnie and Chica were also hard tagging both of my doors. I did manage to keep Freddy at bay on the second attempt, but due to Bonnie and Chica attacking my doors like crazy, I ended up losing power. Now, I did not know if Freddy coming to the office would prevent me from getting the no laughing trophy, but since he never actually went to any of the cameras he wasn't supposed to, I took the risk and I didn't restart the night, and here are the results. Oh God, please. 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 I don't know if this counts. I don't know if this counts or not. Oh, please, please, please. Freddy's not popping up. Please turn 5 a.m. Yo, oh my God, let's go! No laughing! Let's go! Night 6 was honestly pretty difficult. Just like night 5, Bonnie and Chica were once again hard tagging my doors. And it got pretty bad to where I ran out of power. But I decided, instead of going back to the menu to restart, I just let Freddy kill me. And this is because there is one other trophy that I have not gotten, and that is no hiding, in which you just have to get jump scared by any of the animatronics. And I'm not gonna lie, I am pretty surprised I did not get this way earlier through my playthrough, but at least I got it now. Yeah, oh my God. But that, hey, you know what? At least I got the trophy, no hiding. But that's some BS, man. My second attempt on night 6 was not as bad as my first attempt. The main problem I had was Chica. She was being very aggressive on this attempt, and Bonnie was coming to my door every once in a while, but he was not as aggressive as Chica was being. Foxy stayed in his cove the entire night, so he wasn't being a problem at all, thank God. And Freddy, I did manage to keep him away from the hallway corner, and then the overtime trophy popped up, and I beat night 6. Please, man. Yes, let's go! Overtime! Yeah! The final trophy is named No Tampering, in which you have to beat night 7 on the hardest difficulty, or 20 mode. This is basically the animatronics AI switched to the max. On my first attempt, I decided to keep my right door shut because there's no way to prevent Freddy from getting behind your door. If you change the camera with that door open, then it's completely game over and Freddy kills you. It was working on my first attempt, but I was consuming way too much power, and I slipped up and switched the cameras, so I just restarted the night, so I had to restart. God, yep. On my second attempt, I tried a new strategy from this guy. I'll leave a link in the description below. Basically, you spam the camera that Freddy is on, which saves power. I also found out that as long as you're checking any camera, Foxy will be slowed down. I originally thought that you had to check on Pirate Cove to prevent Foxy from leaving. As you can guess, this would save me a bunch of time, but I still had to check Foxy every once in a while to see how far along he was from sprinting to my office. I would do this when Chica would be on the doors, so I would not have to worry about Freddy. The only issue with this method is that sometimes Chica would take forever to show up at my door, which would prevent me from even being able to check on Foxy, which means I would not know if he was about to come after me or not. I got really close to beating this on my second attempt, but I ended up running out of power and dying due to Foxy hitting my door because he makes your power go down faster when he attacks you. Okay, good. He's doing his jingle. Come on, please. Freddy, please take your damn time. Please, Freddy. Yes, do your jingle. Come on, please. Yeah, Freddy's usually supposed to take a few seconds to kill you once he's done doing his jingle. I guess on the console version that was changed, it's whatever. But you know what? Third time's a charm, right? So I made my third attempt and... Let's go! No tampering! Let's go! Oh my God! And just like that, we have gotten all the trophies for Five Nights at Freddy's 1. If you enjoyed this video and want one for FNAF 2, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. This is Unusuals. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.